Hello and welcome to Spoiled Tomatoes, the only movie review game show on the internet, probably.
Maybe.
We think so. There's no way to know for sure.
If only we could know.
My name is Nate. I'll be your host, and our returning champion with a record of 0-1 is Brian Martin.
Returning champion. Great. Yeah, wonderful. Hey, that was a tie. Thank you very much.
A tie goes to the runner.
To the guest? Yeah.
Eric McGill last week scored 8 points, and he has taken them to the scoreboard. But hey, you got the 8 points as well.
Doesn't matter. None of it matters.
Well, you've got a new contestant this week.
Let's meet our contestants.
A member of the North Carolina Film Critics Association and the former lord of Poprika Podcast Network, it's Darryl Mansel. Hello, Darryl.
Yes. It's good to be here. I'm glad y'all invited me for the shenanigans.
Absolutely, and I did not write that intro. I got that from your buddy over here.
Good work, Brian.
He said
Good
the
work.
Lord of Poprika. Yeah. Now,
Lord.
But truth be told, without Darryl, our podcast might not actually exist because he was the first one to host it for us.
That's true.
We were a Poprika podcast at some point.
Nah, fellas, when there's a will, there's a way. You guys would have gotten your content out there at some point. But I was happy to host for you guys at the very beginning there.
I wasn't part of the game very long, but when you shut that thing down, I was like, this is easily one of the best communities I've dealt with on the internet. I cannot believe this is going away. Like, nobody is toxic. Nobody's an asshole when they're talking about whatever it is. I was like, oh man, I just got in on this game and now it's gone.
Sorry about that, sir.
The toxic assholes get purged real quick.
Yeah, we don't stand for that nonsense around here. You get roughed up pretty quick and get tossed out. But I'm glad you got to enjoy the little bit of time.
A little bit. I like a good year, and I really appreciate you letting us do a podcast on your network for the short time that it did. And I appreciate you coming on to play the game.
Yes.
Are you drinking anything tonight, Darryl? I thought if anybody was going to drink a beverage on the podcast, it'd be you.
You would normally be correct, but my fridge just happens to be bone dry of alcoholic beverages right now. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So don't worry. I'll be making up for it this weekend with mini libations. Zero plans, mini libations.
Well, Brian, I'm not the only one drinking, am I?
Presently, yeah. I pre-gamed.
Okay.
I did pre-game. I had a couple of Comrade Chocolades at Legion. That's a 10%er there. I did not lead the night with that. I wrapped the night with that, but I did start a little bit early, so I am primed and ready for action here.
Okay.
I did tell the bartender, I said, maybe like a half pour for this second one. More of a 3/4 pour, but I was like, I'll be okay, right?
As long as you get home.
Yeah, it's always nice to end with a good dessert beer.
Yeah.
I was lying down in that room. All the sights around me, a part of the past. Even the sounds I heard. And I conceived a notion. What if I attempt to hypnotize my mind? And I spelled out the details for myself over and over and again and again. And if it really did happen, I was only there a fraction of an instant, remember?
Yes, sir, I understand that, but you were there.
I thought so.
Okay, so we're playing Spoiled Tomatoes again. This is referencing episode 102 of Oh Boy, a Time Travel Podcast, Somewhere in Time, which posted on February 15th, 2026, if you guys want to go back and listen. But, Darryl, are you familiar with the game enough?
I do believe I'm familiar, but, of course, for your first-time listeners.
For sure.
Refresher's not bad.
Sure,
but,
sure.
I'm ready to hop in.
Or your drunken regulars.
If you're new to the rules, here's how the game is played. The contestant will earn points based on their estimation of the movie's Rotten Tomato score. First, they will decide whether or not the movie has been certified fresh, earning 1 point with a correct guess. Next, they will gauge whether the audience score is higher or lower than that of the critics, with the potential to earn 2 points. Now the contestant will provide their best guess of the actual critic and audience scores. Should they manage to guess within 10 percentage points of the current tomato score, they will earn 5 points. If they are within 3 percentage points of the actual score, they will receive 10 points. The contestant can earn 20 points if they guess the score exactly. And, in the unlikely event that the contestant guesses both the critic score and the audience score exactly right, they will be awarded an extra 50 points and end the game with a perfect score of 93 points. Now let's get ready to play.
I hope people don't think that we think Rotten Tomatoes is like the be-all, end-all of movie critics.
No, it's simply a well-known metric, Nate.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what Rotten
it's an
Tomatoes
aggregate.
is, right?
Just because the score is really high doesn't mean it's a great movie, right? Like, we're not saying that.
People don't understand how it works, but I think they understand enough about it to know that we're not necessarily advocating one way or the other. We're simply using it as a metric to play this silly game.
Okay, if you get both the audience score and the critic score exactly right, you get an additional 50 points.
You also get accused of cheating and you never invited back to the show again.
That's it. That's the litmus test.
Yeah, I was thinking about the 93 points. The good thing about the 93 points is that you're never out of it. So, assuming that you come on this appearance and score 0 points and Brian actually spoils it for you, the next time you're on, you could still get up to 93 points. So you're always in the game, right?
Always in the game.
And as we determined last time, if we tie, you win automatically.
That's right. Tie goes the guest.
Tie goes to the guest. Did you, in fact, watch the trailer that I sent to you?
Yes.
Come back to me.
Richard Collier is about to begin an incredible journey into another realm, another lifetime, in search of the love he could never find in this one.
That's Elise McKenna. Starred in a play in the Hotel Theater.
When was this play done?
1912.
Dr. Finney, is time travel possible?
That is a question.
Arthur? Arthur? You're the only one who can help me. I was there. I was there.
Is he the one, William?
Walk with me. Please.
Collier, I know who you are. You came to destroy her.
Oh my God. Something.
Oh!
Where is he?
Please!
Richard!
A haunting story of the link between a man and a woman. A link that goes beyond fantasy, beyond time itself. Universal Pictures is proud to present Christopher Reeve, Jane Seymour, Christopher Plummer, Somewhere in Time. Someday, in the past, he will find her.
All right, we're already doing better
Yeah, we're already doing better than Eric.
than last time.
Having seen that trailer, would you have set down your money to go see this movie? Based on that?
No, it would not have.
Now, bear in mind, this was 1980, so for a matinee, you're only talking about like $3, $3.50.
That's a very good point.
But I would also, I would stress that Empire Strikes Back was out in theaters at the same time. So
the question would have been my 19th viewing of Empire Strikes Back, or to add a little flavor to my day, go see Somewhere in Time.
Yeah.
I think listening to you guys on the show talk about it, I think Brian said it was like about an hour 40.
Yeah,
was the runtime.
That's about right.
For like $3.50 for an hour 40. That's not a bad investment of your time, I guess.
Yeah, if it's hot outside, you get into a nice cool theater. You're just paying for the air conditioning, maybe.
The line for Empire is already out the door, so you just want to get in somewhere.
Right, exactly.
Just give me the theater that has the fewest people in it.
Which is Somewhere in Time. Is that what you're implying?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know what else was out.
Okay. So this is the segment in the show, Darryl, where you get to ask us 3 questions.
What do you want to be when you grow up? What's the right tip? Have you called a plumber to your home lately?
Any 3 questions that you think will help you earn points, we will do our best to answer them.
All right. My first question for you guys is, this was, if I remember correctly, this is marketed as like a romance movie, right?
It's what it seemed like.
Okay. So question 1 is, if someone hit you up and they were like, hey, I need a romance movie to watch, would you suggest this movie to them?
Absolutely not.
Probably not.
In no uncertain terms.
No uncertain terms? That's a big old no.
But Brian's the one that liked it.
I did like it, but I still probably wouldn't recommend it. Like if somebody's coming to me asking for a romance movie, no.
No.
Now, there are movies I would recommend this ahead of.
I would recommend Fever Pitch over this.
Okay, all right. Yeah, probably. I would recommend Fever Pitch over this
Fever
movie.
Pitch is not good, mind you.
No, it's not. It's not.
I was going to ask, would you prefer this or The Time Traveler's Wife? But I think, Nate, you said on the show that Time Traveler's Wife is a better movie than
but
this.
which one's the better movie?
Ooh. Time Traveler's Wife makes a little more sense as a time travel movie. But
is it a better movie?
Which one is the better movie? No, I think this is the better movie. This somehow, coming out 2 decades in advance, manages to be the less problematic of the 2 films. I think
that's fair. Now
it's weird because the proximity of these movies to like the Me Too movement, like you would think, obviously, Time Traveler's Wife probably had something a little bit more prescient to say, but no, I think that one's way more problematic than this.
Now, are you asking, Darryl, because you've seen The Time Traveler's Wife?
No, like I know the concept of the movie,
okay.
And when I was listening to the podcast, that popped into my head, and I was like, I wonder if that would be a good question to ask, but then you beat me to the punch on that one.
I think that does a better job of building a relationship. What did I say?
It's definitely, it's not a good, it's a disgusting relationship, but it's a relationship.
It's a disgusting relationship, but it's at least a relationship.
It's a horrible relationship. Yeah.
All right. One more.
So we established it's about an hour and 40 minutes. Does it feel like an hour and 40 minutes? Or does it feel closer to like 3 hours? Or does it fly by like 90 minutes?
If anything, I think it feels like an hour and a half. Like it goes by a little too fast.
Minus the credits.
Like it just zips by, and it feels like you could build on this. Like this could have been a 2-hour movie and felt a little bit more complete. That's my take, anyway. I think it moves pretty briskly, but I think that's to its detriment rather than its benefit.
Okay, I'm going to push back a little bit on that. To me, it felt like parts of it were just so slow. Like, can we get past this and on to the next thing? And then other things were like, well, that's over quick. So, you know? So I think in the podcast I mentioned, like, taking all of the stuff that I didn't want to see and putting that into the montage and actually showing me the relationship, because the relationship's all in like a montage of walking on beaches and rowing boats and stuff. I wouldn't say that I sat there like it was taking forever, though. We're not talking about the Time Guardian here.
Yeah, it's not dragging on. You know, Darryl, I think I talked to you about The Secret Agent, the Wagner Moura movie that's
I love that movie,
up for Best Picture this year. And I was under the impression, because of the Independent Picture House's website, that the movie was about an hour and 40 minutes long. It's actually 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Oh.
And I was watching the opening scene of that movie, and my initial reaction was, this is not paced to be an hour and 40 minutes. We're not on track to finish on time, just based on this opening scene.
Yeah, a guy at a gas station for 15 minutes isn't going to do it for you.
No, there are many moments in Somewhere in Time that are aligned with Nate's perspective. Are we really going to finish this thing in an hour and 40 minutes? Because we haven't fucking done shit yet. So I get that. I just think watching it moves along briskly, but it's also really kind of unevenly paced. Yeah.
Yeah, unevenly paced is the best way to put it. But it doesn't feel long.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. I was also wondering, like, is this the ramblings of two old crotchety guys in romance?
Well, now
these...
that's a fourth question, but I guess it's not really
I
about.
was thinking that to
It's a
myself.
fair question. I think it's a fair question. No,
It's
Nate's
also
the crotchety guy.
I was going to say it's also not about the movie, so yeah, I guess that's fair to answer. Yeah, I'm definitely the crotchety guy. That's fair, especially with this movie. It'll be interesting, Darryl, because like a lot of times Brian and I are very aligned on things, and it's not often that he enjoys something and then I hate it. So you've kind of come on one where it's like splitting the difference on two people's opinions, so that might make it super difficult. We'll see.
Yeah.
Are you ready to give your answer?
I do believe I am.
Okay. Now, I can tell you to start that there are not enough Rotten Tomato reviews to technically meet the needs to be a certified fresh movie. Like, there's a threshold of certain number of reviews it has to have, and it does not meet that. However, we will act as though 75% or better would give you a certified fresh score. I think there are only like 20 reviewers on this movie, as far as critics are concerned.
Oh, sure, because it was 1980. There were only 20 critics.
Right, it's only the newspapers.
Pauline Kael and Siskel and Gene Shalit.
Gene Shalit.
What did Gene Shalit give it?
Oh, Gene Shalit probably loved this shit.
Okay, so if it had met the threshold, do you believe that this would be a certified fresh movie?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
I say barely. Barely, but yes.
I guess I have no taste whatsoever, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Now, you've already decided that the critic score is 75% or better. Do you think that the audience score is higher or lower than the critic score?
I'm going to say higher.
Okay, so the audience score.
And not due to the movie itself. I think part of that might just be love for Reeves and
Dr. Quinn.
My mind keeps going Dr. Quinn, but I can't think of her
Jane
anymore.
Seymour, yeah.
I can't think Jane Fonda. No, not Jane Fonda. Jane Seymour.
Yeah. You know how I remember her name is because I always think, I would like to see more.
Oh, God. I knew where that was before it came out of his mouth. Oh, my God.
You feel a
Jane
specific niche
Seymour?
on the
Yes,
internet,
please.
right? Yeah, I think the audiences might be a little bit generous on their score.
Okay.
So let's say higher.
All right. So, what is your guess at a critic's score?
78.
78%. All right. And your audience score?
I'm going to go with 83.
Ooh, that's a good number.
Come on, audience, don't let me down.
All right, I got to do a little math here. Hold on.
Oh, boy. You got to do math that already does not bode well. While he does his math, I will say that I didn't realize how tomatoes pilled I was. Like, just listening to you guys do the show at least 3 different times. I was just like, I wonder what the Rotten Tomatoes score for. Oh, I can't go look.
Like the knee-jerk reaction is to go look.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's actually really awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah. A couple of times I pull the phone out. No, put it back.
Okay, so Brian, same 4 questions to you, sir. Since you should not be necessarily swayed by the opinions of Darryl, because you've seen this movie.
Yes.
So, do you believe that the movie is certified fresh at 75% or better?
I do not.
No.
I don't. And the reason for that is because I have a really weird rationale for this, and that's that having grown up throughout the 80s, I don't remember hearing about this movie until I was in college. One of my college roommates had a copy of this movie, and it was the very first time I'd ever heard of it. It was about the year 1999 or 2000, and I was like, what even is this? So I'm saying no based on what I perceive to be a lack of initial cultural impact.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Makes sense.
This is like the year before Superman, right?
It's the year after.
This is the year before Superman 2.
2. Okay.
So
the better of the 2.
Reeve is Superman at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Superman 2 was 81, if I'm not mistaken. It was 78, 81, right?
Right, and this was 1980, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
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 All right, given that, is the audience score higher or lower than the critic score?
Almost certainly higher. I would say higher on this one.
Okay. Now, your critics score, sir.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to say 60 for the critics score.
Oh, boy.
And your audience score.
I'm going to go 70 on the audience score.
I feel like one of us is very right and one of us is very wrong.
Well, the funny thing is, like, the last episode we did with Tug, obviously, we were tied at the end. It was pretty neck and neck. Like, our perceptions were pretty aligned. Man, I just don't know. Like, I'm basing everything on personal experience and the fact that I didn't hear about this movie for a long time. Now, I'm obviously not in, like, 1980 to 1990. I am not the target audience for this movie, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, I have an awareness. I mean, I saw Crocodile Dundee, for Christ's sake. I mean, I know what was going on in the 1980s. What the hell is this?
How is that? Okay.
I mean, look, quintessential 80s movie, Crocodile Dundee. Like, you had to be there to understand what was happening.
This is not a movie that people think, oh, yeah, the 80s? You remember Somewhere in Time?
It's not an 80s, quote-unquote 80s movie. I just went and saw Pretty in Pink this past weekend in the theater. And
really?
That is a quintessential 80s movie, right?
Yeah, everybody knows what that is, whether they've seen it or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but if I roll up on Jane Seymour, I'm not saying big Somewhere in Time fan.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's just not going to happen.
All right. Well, I'm ready to reveal your scores here.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Here it is. This is the moment of truth. So, starting off, is this movie certified fresh? Darryl, you said it was.
I am the father.
And Brian, you said it was not. The answer is no, this is not a certified fresh movie. So Brian gets the point there.
All right.
Oh, damn it, Siskel.
Maybe he didn't like it. I don't know.
The audience score is the higher of the two scores. And you both said audience. So 2 points there. 2 points apiece. So at this point, Brian, you have 1 point lead.
Out of a possible 93, I have 3 points right now. Got it. Jesus.
Okay. So, the critics score on the Rotten Tomatoes website. Darryl, you said 78%. Brian, you said 60%. The critics gave this a 52%. All
right.
Scores Brian 5 points.
Hey, still better than the critics score for The A-Team. Which is a fucking travesty, and I'll never stop talking about that.
It is. And it's like 2 point something on Letterboxd, which I don't understand.
Should have been fucking certified fresh, 5 sequels.
We should have 4 of those. Yeah.
What fucking bullshit.
Any time travel in that? We could do it. And
no, because we didn't get enough movies. We've gotten to like a 3rd or 4th one.
They go back in time to rescue Mr. T.
Eventually, they have to go back in time to rescue the van, because the van gets destroyed in the first scene.
Oh, what? No wonder it's a...
It's a fucking great movie.
Okay.
It's a great movie.
Okay. All right, well, 2 people whose opinions I trust.
Okay.
All right, so the last question, what is the audience score for this movie? Darryl, you said it was 83%, and Brian, you said it was 70%. And I'll tell you, audiences really fucking loved this movie.
Wow.
87%.
All right.
So,
okay.
Darryl, you're 1 point away from scoring 10 points on that. You are 4 points away instead of 3 points away. So you've scored 5. Together with your audience score of 2 points, you have scored 7. However, Brian, you have scored 8 points again.
This time I'm on the board.
This time you're on the board, and Brian is your winner today.
You suck.
What was the 87%?
87%. People fucking love this movie. To answer your question at the beginning, would you recommend this as a romance movie? I'll tell you, a ton of people would. A ton of people would.
Clearly. That's kind of my rationale for the whole thing. It's like I didn't hear about it until I was like 20 years old.
Well, did you have a lot of people recommending romance movies to you at 20 years old?
No, nobody recommended it to me. I just saw it sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, what the hell is this movie?
I didn't know anything about it until we started doing this podcast.
Wow, okay. So
I'd never
cultural
heard of it.
impact is all I'm thinking. But, like, yeah, I mean, people who are into time travel have heard of this movie. They recommend it. Obviously, that's why we watched it.
Right. It was a listener request.
Does not surprise me. And, I mean, the two leads look great.
Interesting that you should say that. Darryl, sorry that you will not be taking any points to the leaderboard this go-round. Missed it by that much. But the way we like to end Spoiled Tomatoes is to read some of the user reviews that are on the Tomatoes website. I picked out 3, as I normally do, and I try to find the worst ones that I can find normally. This time I did something a little different. But
okay.
Stephen E. left a review on December 9th, 2024. He gave it 1/2 star.
A couple of people recommended this film. I thought right away, oh, Rachmaninoff's Rhapsody. That's nice. I put aside my
favorite part of the whole goddamn thing. Yeah.
I fucking hate that thing. I hated it so much.
I put aside my skepticism, but by the end of the film was pretty disgusted by just how cheap and unconvincing this was on an emotional level.
Wow.
Jesus. Love is portrayed here as two beautiful people staring into each other's eyes. The whole screenplay could have been written by a love-struck 13-year-old girl. It's so ungrounded in anything real. And the time travel stuff is completely incoherent. What? He lived in a previous time as the same person with the same name?
I think this person missed it.
I think he does. He's one of those guys that just didn't get the time travel thing.
Steven didn't get the
You
time
don't understand. He laid in a bed and just focused really hard.
He finishes his review with, "What's that supposed to be?" To me,
who is this, Keenan?
This is
what's up with that?
What's up with that?
This is Stephen E.
To me, on an emotional level, this is pure schlock. It's what Kincaid is to painting, or Precious Moments is to spirituality.
Oh my God. Wow.
Thank you, Stephen.
Quite the review.
Yeah. So
what Precious Moments is to spirituality. Woo.
Yeah. So the second one that I pulled, and normally I pull like really bad reviews, like just terrible reviews, but I pulled one that was like a 5-star review because audiences, like I said, love this thing. So I tried to kind of get like, all right, let me see what people are actually thinking about this movie. Lauren D. left a 5-star review.
Okay, Lauren.
She says,
one of those cases where the Rotten Tomatoes critics are totally wrong and the audience is spot on. How anyone could give this wonderful movie a negative review is beyond my comprehension. It's probably the most romantic ever made, and the finale is gut-wrenching, no matter how many times you watch it. The score is sensational.
This was a review for Casablanca?
The score is sensational, and so is the cast. Sure, it has its small flaws, but it's perfect on all the aspects that actually matter. Don't miss this one, because you'd be missing on something unforgettable.
There may be some small flaws in the review.
It has small flaws.
You know, had I done my research, I would have realized this is from the same writer of Jaws 3D.
Yeah,
and that should have clued me into a couple of things.
Yeah, the director made Supergirl. Was the director of Supergirl later. Yeah, so the director...
Yeah.
It was a Richard Matheson story, though. Like, that's the thing.
I don't think the direction was the problem. I really don't.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, though, isn't it? Matheson's such a well-known quantity. He's Mr. Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, as soon as I saw the name, I was like, boy, that name is awful familiar. And I was doing some clicking around, and he's got some bangers in there, but, yeesh.
Yeah.
You know, you can't win them all.
I've got one more review here. Brian, let me ask you, do you recall the review for Midnight in Paris? 1/2 star. Weak movie. Script is bad.
No,
The
Nate.
scenes are bad. The cast is weak. And nobody helps to improve the story. The story is weak.
This cannot be another Tiago S review.
The movie should have been much better and more relevant scenes to make it good. With weak romance.
Weak romance.
Now, this same reviewer also mentioned Demolition Man. 1 star. The movie is so-so. The script is weak. The scenes are so-so. The cast is good, but almost no one helps. The story is weak. And the movie doesn't have a single relevant scene to make it good.
I feel like you guys need to make the Patreon.
This is our man.
The behind-the-scenes documentary of tracking this guy down to have him on the show.
We'd have to.
Tiago, we got so many questions.
I think we'd have to go to Portugal. I think he's from Portugal. The Google Translate is what makes this so good. I think
Tiago S. really reviewed Somewhere in
Tiago
Time.
S. reviewed Somewhere in Time. Do you want to guess what his score was?
1.5 stars?
1/2 star.
1/2 star.
1/2 star. Tiago S. says, weak movie.
Weak movie.
The script is weak. The scenes are weak. The cast is weak.
Let me guess. Oh, yeah.
Nobody helps to improve this movie. The story is weak. The characters are weak. The movie should have much better and more relevant scenes to make it good.
If you got those kind of notes on a script, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck, this isn't for me. You know, like
imagine being a writer and seeing that review. You got to quit. You got to be a grocery bagger after that.
You need more scenes to make it good. Come on,
more relevant scenes.
Oh.
Relevant scenes.
I feel like by that he's talking about you guys as complaining about the montage. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, that could be it.
It could be. Those were irrelevant scenes. I can tell you that. They were definitely irrelevant scenes.
More relevant scenes would have been having them talk while they're in the boat.
I did do a deep dive looking for this guy. I went back through all of his reviews, and he's done 1 million reviews. I swear to God. And they're all 1/2 star. Like every single one of them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's like a Oscar winner or something you'd find on a video store shelf in the back somewhere. They're all 1/2 star.
Gladiator.
Shawshank Redemption.
I'm serious. Literally, I'm scrolling through this super fast. It's all 1/2 star, 1/2 star, 1/2 star.
Inception needed more relevant scenes.
And then Jerry Maguire.
Oh, that's good, though.
Jerry Maguire. I wrote this down so that I could read it out loud. Tiago S., the only movie that got more than 1 star in all of his reviews is Jerry Maguire, which is relevant here because we referenced that in our podcast for Somewhere in Time.
Yeah, we did.
We did, right. Because that's a good relationship romantic movie.
That's right. We're just tossing out good movies where they build relationships.
So Tiago,
with things like relevant scenes.
That's right. So Tiago gives this 3.5 stars. He says, this movie is fucking awesome. The script is fucking awesome. The scenes are fucking awesome. The story is fucking awesome. The cast is great, and most of them help improve the movie.
Most of them.
The characters are cool, and the movie has good performances from Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr. With all that said, I highly recommend this movie. It's worth watching.
All right.
So we know what Tiago likes. I went back through them. I was like, well, maybe he just really likes Tom Cruise. And no, he gave all his other ones.
Mission Impossible, Fallout, nope, 1/2 star.
Edge of Tomorrow.
He did do Mission Impossible, like the last one, but he gave that like 1.5 stars or something like that.
That's high praise. Pretty good on the.
That's
Tiago
high praise.
S
It is.
scale.
It's high praise for Tiago S. But
wow, I didn't expect that one, but that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, good old Tiago. I will tell you that he will make an appearance again later this season. I already know that
good
from
God.
having gone through his catalog of...
Yeah, buckle up for his half-star review of Interstellar.
Well, Darryl, I'm sorry that you're not taking any points to the scoreboard here, but did you have a good time?
Had me a blasty blast, guys. Thanks for having me on. I will get my vengeance in this life or the next. I will be back for be back for some more later on.
Yeah, we're gonna have you on again, and yeah, for sure. Is there something that you want to plug? Is there something out there that you want to promote while you're on the podcast?
Yeah. I'm just getting my Substack up and running, so you can search for Poprika, Poprika on Substack. I'm still trying to get its feet up under it, figure out what exactly we want it to be.
Okay.
But reviews, articles, all that will be on the Substack.
You know who's into Substack?
Who's that?
My mom.
What?
My mom. She's all about Substacks. I'm like, I don't even know what
bring her on as a guest writer.
I don't even know what that is.
Moms are for Substacks?
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. I don't. But okay, well, cool. And it's been great. I'm glad to have met you in person, and thanks for coming on the show. And you're on the schedule somewhere, but we'll have you on for another one.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
All right, cool.